Well, here's the new church sign for the week. Anger hinders the heart. Forgiveness melts it. Well, I can dig this one. I know a little bit about anger. It almost drove me crazy, insane. But man, when forgiveness came, I forgave myself first. Because I didn't know at that time. I had that anger for so long, months, 9 months, more than that, and it had literally, couldn't sleep but like 3 or 4 hours. I'd wake up and had these worms crawling in my head. I was so angry, and the day'd start off just like that. It got so bad I couldn't leave the house. Only at night could I even go and check the mail. I'm telling you, anger is not a good thing. And having that kind of resentment against the world and people in the world is really sickening to the heart. And when I woke up August the 17th, 2003, the first thing I noticed was I had forgiveness for everything and everyone. And I had understood that I could forgive myself for not knowing that I wasn't a victim in this thing called life. I've never been able to understand that until that night happened, and my mind became completely still. The very next day, I woke up out of a slumber, and things were different. All I can say is I changed. I changed everything about the way I was thinking. And I knew I was never a victim. Hard to explain what happened, but I was that night contemplating suicide and literally fixing to pull the trigger on a .357 Magnum. Had the gun to my head. And when I got ready to squeeze down on the trigger, a word came out of my chest. It was grace. Stopped me dead in my tracks, and I said this first prayer I probably said since I was 8 years old, earnestly. I said, Father, please take these thoughts of suicide, depression, anxiety out of me. I haven't slept in 9 months, more than 3 or 4 hours. Keep waking up with these worms crawling through my head. The next thing I know, I'm waking up. It's 4 o'clock in the daytime. And I remembered looking at my watch and realizing that it had been from 12 till 4 when I was trying to figure out how to kill myself. And all of a sudden, I realized my mind was still, completely still. And I realized that I couldn't even feel in my heart why I had been so upset. So I had to think about what was happening to me. And then I said, oh my God, God is real. Every cell in my body changed and vibrated, and the room filled with light. And I ain't been the same since. So I know I was taken out of my body that night and taken to, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I was taken to a council of light beings around a table. And they wouldn't let me see their faces. They were cloaked, and but I could hear their voices, and I could kind of resonate with where I was and what I was doing. But now, look, it took months to walk into that so I could remember how many times they had actually took me out of my body in that first 3 months. It didn't happen often, but over the 3-month period, I was taken out of my body probably 4, maybe 5 times at the most. And each time I was given the secrets to the kingdom of the world and the universe, and the actual secrets that are so funny that they'd laugh when they put me back in my body. They said, well, he ain't gonna remember nothing we just told him. And they were dang right, I couldn't. I had to walk into all these lessons. I had to walk into understanding that I really, truly, honestly had never been a victim. And I had to give up all anger, and I had to forgive myself first. That was one of the first lessons they must have showed me and taught me that night, because literally I couldn't remember what it felt to have that much anger that day. That day, our first day I woke up, and then Man, you talking about having a heart of forgiveness. I did, and my life totally changed after that. Physically, it changed many times since in the physical form of the DNA, sequence of the codons of love and light that I've been speaking for quite a few years now, that I'm becoming that I say I am. Younger, stronger, healthier, able to do things that in a few years from now people will be wondering how I did it, how I did what I did, and it's because I am blessed and got much favor. I am able to heal my body quickly and easily and recover and have fun like I was 21 again. Do things that I want to do when I want to do them, the way I want to do them, and realize that this world is an illusion. A strong reality of physicality, but it's not near about what we've ever been told or shown. And as soon as you start forgiving people in your life and forgiving the incidences and start healing yourself from within, the quicker we can get on about understanding this illusion. It's so real physically. It tricks us into believing that it has a meaning. But only meaning it's ever had is the meaning we give it. And the only thing that is ever talked about are just words. If you think about it, you never really... How do you hold anything in your heart unless you actually understand what that thing is? And either it's going to bring you happiness or it's going to hurt you. And most of the things in the world are set up and designed to hurt us so we can learn our lessons. And the quicker we learn our lessons, the quicker we can forgive ourselves. There's a lot more to this story, but I hear some kind of truck coming. Y'all hear it? I don't know what kind of vehicle that is. Oh, it's a dump truck. I can hear that sucker half a mile down the road. Listen to it. Look like a 16-year-old driving it. All right, I'm gonna use that truck as a sign to cut this thing off and get on out of here. I was gonna try to do a lot of miles today, but it's so cold. My body's wet and just like with sweat. And so I'm gonna cut it off at 46. But this has been the church sign of the week, and forgiveness is the key. And if you got a cold, cold heart, love and forgiveness will melt it, and you can become a child of God and live in peace and harmony and heal your body and have great fun becoming younger and younger, because you are the one that says that you are. And you become what you say you are. I love you. Thank you. Forgive me. I'm sorry.